What is the downside to eating a clock? It's time consuming.
Controversial is not the word I'd use to describe The Last of Us Part 2. It was much more than that. The game seemed to have divided the community in two, with people either hating it or loving it. But was it really as bad as people say it to be, or even close to the 10 out of 10 IGN rating? Well, after revisiting the game 3 years later, this is what I think went wrong with The Last of Us Part 2. Story and gameplay are two factors that must coexist to make up Naughty Dog's perfectly crafted linear game design. However, they seem to have missed the mark with this one. Undoubtedly, Naughty Dog once again creates a stunning and jaw-dropping world in The Last of Us Part 2, and it almost nailed everything in terms of gameplay. Gun mechanics, melee fights, stealth, they're all improved in Part 2, and it's honestly a joy to play. It's fluid, doesn't have a lot of issues, and obviously there are some bugs, but nothing major. So here's where everything goes wrong. Oh my god! Naughty Dog's vision for the story is not flawed. Their execution is. They try to create a story around revenge and vengeance, and while the idea is there, the order of things is kinda messed up. After the death of Joel, which I think was done brilliantly as it affected me the same way as it did when I first played it, it sadly all goes downhill from there. Effectively, they try to make us understand Abby through her backstory and especially through her relationship with Lev. But as players, we're so lost in anger that our favorite character died that we lose our empathy towards her. However, oddly, I felt myself more contained and not feeling a lot of resentment towards Abby this time. And I think it's because I spent a woeful 12 hours getting to know her in my first playthrough. If Naughty Dog had simply allowed us to spend more time with Abby before Joel's death, I think they would have succeeded in building our anger, but at the same time, because we spent so much time with her already, we would have been a lot more empathetic towards her and wanted to continue playing the game to see what happens next. Instead, they try to make us dislike Ellie, and with us already not liking Abby, we no longer have any characters in the story that we support, and in turn, we just don't want to play the game. After all, this is a video game where we play as a character, and not a TV show. This brings me to my next topic. I think The Last of Us Part 2 is the perfect source material for Season 2 of the HBO series and can definitely be perfected with a little bit of rearranging. The story doesn't work well for a video game because we as the player have to go through with everything and play through it. However, by removing this aspect, Naughty Dog has the opportunity to perfect their vision. Look, this game is nowhere near perfect, nor is it as bad as people say it to be. There is a lot of potential here, and I think it can be achieved if Naughty Dog just made a few adjustments to their story and writing. Sadly, that's not what happened, and we're left for much to be desired.